I know that it's been a minute since I posted, and I just wanted to kind of share while I'm getting ready for church, kind of what's going on with me, or what's going on in my life. Like, it's, I'm in a season of when things are just kind of crazy. I started not a part-time job, a full-time job in March of last year. I have not worked a regular, like, office job, 9 to 5, in probably since the pandemic, right? And so I've been used to kind of my schedule being my own. And so I've had to get used to that. So that has been crazy. My job is demanding. It's in HR, um, and but it's a lot. It's a lot. I am a caregiver for my mom, and so that takes up, some of, good bit of my time. If she has doctor's appointments, or and thankfully she lives very close, like a mile away from me, so I can, see about her pretty easily and pretty frequently. And so, and I have to pass by her place on my way home and all of that, or on my way to work. So that makes that part easy. But so because of that, because of all of that, it has made it difficult for me to post. I have a little list here. I just want to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. And then on top of that, I am, God willing, will be 60 years old in September. And so my body, like, is going through some things. And menopause has, like, I'm telling you, it has beat me up like so much, and so many things are connected to it. And so I feel like my body is like, I feel like my body is like, has betrayed me in some way. You know what I mean? And so I, because of that, that's going on. I'm not sleeping well. The brain fog, all the things that you hear about in menopause. And so I feel like I'm in the throes of it, and menopause is not just hot flashes, If it was just that, I think not that I could live with it and be okay and be happy with it, but it's just so much more than that. So I got that going on, not sleeping well, literally waking up at 3 a.m. every night, like all of those things. So, and that has caused, it's caused an issue when you feel sleep deprived, So, got that going on. And then my business, trying to figure out what is going to happen with my business, or where am I going with Karen's Essentials. And the truth of the matter is, I don't know. I don't know. I have had these issues with my wrist. My right wrist was the only issue that I was having. I've had several cortisone injections, so much so that my doctor has said, you know what, you, you can't continue to, it's supposed to be like a temporary fix, right? And for a lot of people, it's enough and they don't have issues anymore. That is not my testimony. Like, it has been terrible. And so the last time I had injections was May of last year. And he told me at that time, you cannot keep having these, injections. It could tear down the tendon. I have tendonitis, and it can break down the tendon. So it could help on one instance, but then also cause harm if it's overused. And so at this point, I've had, I guess, more than my share. And so that was a year ago. Had more injections last week, but now it's also in my left wrist. When I tell you the pain that I have been in to do what I'm doing right now has been like just applying makeup has been a chore. To drive, to hold the steering wheel, all of that. It has been so, I mean, like excruciating pain. So that has kept me from making product. Like I haven't made product in probably 2 months or more. And so you may see a lot of things out of stock. And it's not that I don't want to do it. I can't. I can't physically, I cannot do it. And so I may have to, I know I have to make some decisions about where do I go from here in terms of Karen's Essentials. I could, some may argue, oh, you can get it manufactured. That's very expensive to have someone do it. I've looked into that even before I started having these issues. I looked into that to see, to help save time for me. But I don't know if that's possible. And I don't know if that's where I want to go with this. So I'm just not sure where we go from here, where I go from here in terms of Karen's Essentials. And so there may be a pivot, there may be a pivot. I'm not sure because it has taken its toll on my body. What I do to make products is very physical and it takes its toll on my body. And so I know, again, going back to the menopause thing, that I'm learning that building muscle and, strength training is very important when you're going through menopause because you're going to lose muscle mass, your hormone levels are depleted. And so it affects everything. And so, I can't even do that. I haven't been able to weight train or anything. I was trying to do it anyway, and I exasperated the pain that I was experiencing. So that is what's kind of going on with me. I just kind of wanted to catch you all up on that. I plan to post more and just kind of take you along this journey with me as I figure it out, as I figure out what's going to happen with Karen's Essentials, how I navigate this whole working and running a business, being a caregiver, and then taking care of myself. So I just wanted to share that, what is going on, and I will keep you posted. I just want to make sure I have not missed anything. It pains me to think that Karen's Essentials may not look the same. It may be different. I may have to transition. I may have to give it up. Like, it pains me to even think of that, but that's a real possibility. And so I just have to see, where I go with it, where I go from here. It is like my baby. It is my baby. I have wanted to have a business for as long as I can remember, And I also, it's very special to me because of that, but also because my husband supported me so much through this journey, and he got to see it, get off the ground, and he, for the first 6 months, and then, he was gone. But I always think of him as I navigate this space and what that's going to look like, And so it's a lot to consider, but I have to be okay. I have to be okay in terms of my health, in terms of my life. Like, since I have this job and it's Monday through Friday. Ooh, um, it's Monday. I'm sharpening my lip pencil, but it didn't want to do it. Monday through Friday, and so that means that I have the weekend because, I have to go see about my mom during the week and on the weekend too. And then, like, I've only done one pop up so far this season, and we're almost in June. And I would have done at least four to five, I mean, well, maybe four, but I have no desire to do it because it takes up my weekend and I want to live. And not only that, like my body just like I can't do it. So that's kind of where I am with all of this as I try to navigate where, like I said, where do I go from here? What happens to Karen's Essentials? And, how will I pivot? And so I will, keep you posted. This is not something, my mirror is right here, so I'm looking up. This is not something that I take lightly or that I want it so dark. But it's where I am. It's where I am in my life. So, yeah, that's where I am, and I just wanted to share that with you all and take you along this journey as I figure it out. God willing, like I said, I'll be 60 years old in September, and yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out and see how God will have me move, and again, where do I go from here? So I just wanted to keep you all, posted and abreast. And my plan is, even if I do these little essential conversations, so to speak, as I'm getting ready for work or, whenever I can, fit it in and squeeze it in, that's what I'm going to do. And I just want to take you all along and hopefully we can continue to have these conversations. So I hope you have an amazing day and see you on the next one.